That text message that came in sought to deceive the people of Ghana. I think we all have wards. Even if you don't directly have a ward who is in SHS, you should have, you know, a neighbor or a sibling who has a ward there. And let's ask the right questions. You remember the MPP introduced the tablets, you know, every kid to a tablet policy before we exited power. Some schools had DS, others didn't have. So this tells you that the enrollment, or should I say the distribution of these tablets didn't cover every student. And if only he is an honest person, he should tell us any school in Ghana that have all the children given a tablet. I know of one school, and what I know is that their second-year students who happens to be Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo students are the ones that were rather given the tablet, but not the first years. I'm talking about the first years. The first years have been denied the books, and they have also not been given any tablets. Let's get that clear. 2, they haven't been given uniforms, tracksuits. They haven't been given any. And if he thinks he has any evidence to prove what I have said here, he should provide those evidence instead of, you know, bringing fallacies out there for people to. We are no longer interested in your words. We are interested in the results that are backing those words that you are sending. And so, Mr. Texter, I think you just wanted to cover up the mess your party is doing, but you didn't do that so well. Now, with the presidential jets, you know, I'm disappointed in the NDC. And at the same time, I'm disappointed in the fact that people with conscience are keeping quiet for the NDC to continue to, you know, unleash evil. Unleash evil because some few months back, some few years back, when we were in the middle of COVID, and we know how dangerous COVID was, and we know how people died as a result of COVID, we said no, the president cannot be exposed to something of this sort. And what is the essence of serving your country when your country cannot keep you safe? So the MPP government, who will always prioritize the health, you know, the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian, did the needful. We put the life of our president, you know, we valued his life. The same way we value the workers of Ghana, and we asked them to go for a lockdown. And we made sure that we paid every worker who went on a lockdown. Now, the president is going to travel out of the country. The security agencies, the medical people, everybody sees that, look, we need to prioritize the health of the president and his security. And so let's give the president all that he needs to succeed. You people called it evil. You people told the president that he was not being sensitive to the plight of Ghanaians. You told the people that we don't have money. A lot of people are unemployed. Today, a lot of people are still unemployed, but you still have money to buy presidential jets. You don't even have the moral, you know, advantage to speak to some of these issues when it comes to presidential jets. And anybody who is able to swallow good conscience and to come out and be hypocritical about this presidential jet should be called out and shamed. All those who are now supporting the purchase of a presidential jet are all people who behaved like the ostrich when the president and the MPP was put on the butcher table to be butchered because we wanted to buy a presidential jet. Anyway, I don't know about other MPP people, but I think that we value lives. And so if, you know, the purchase of a presidential jet can bring safety to our president, why not? Me, I will always prioritize the life of an individual over money. And I think it is one lesson that the NDC have to also learn as a political party. Today, you want to buy a presidential jet. Meanwhile, we still have unemployment. We still have unemployment. I just reminded you of about 7 people who went looking for jobs and died. These are just few people there are a lot more who are looking for jobs today. A lot of teachers are looking forward to be employed. But you looked at them straight in the eyes and you told them that, look, we are not going to employ you. Next year, there is no room for any employment for teachers and nurses. But you still have the clear conscience to make money available for a presidential jet. And you want us to clap hands for you. And when we are going to complain about hardships, you gaslight us by telling us that the dollar is now 11 cedis. May the Lord have mercy on you people. Because Ghana, we don't spend dollars, so we spend Ghana cedis.
Anyway.
We spend Ghana cedis.
I'll move to my next topic because unfortunately time is not a good friend of ours this morning. And I had mentioned that we're going to do the president's period for the last 11 months. Then we'll do OSP and we'll do Professor Stephen Addae. Let me see if I can find a story on Professor Stephen Addae talking about the fact that Gold Board is an endorsement of Galamsey. So the Insight newspaper has it here. So I think we'll do just about 7 minutes each on this one. And if we have the opportunity, we can just include Oforiatta versus OSP. It says policy analyst and natural resource governance advocate Dr. Stephen Mantiao has dismissed as mischievous claims by Professor Stephen Addae that the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board effectively legalizes illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. According to Dr. Mantiao, Professor Addae's assertions reflect a fundamental misunderstanding of the purpose, mandate, and regulatory framework governing the newly established Ghana Gold Board. He argues that the professor's comments indicate a lack of familiarity with the Gold Board Act, which outlines stringent measures designed precisely to prevent illegally mined gold from entering Ghana's official supply chain. Dr. Mantiao noted that the Gold Board is already considering proposals to implement a comprehensive gold traceability system, a key legal requirement under the Establishing Act. I'll end it here. And Tabitha, I want to begin this one with you, including all of this, including the minorities' request that the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources should be updating the Parliament every week on the NIMOS, on the fight against Galamsey, on all of the things that when they were in opposition they had said, and now how they are being able to fight Galamsey. But all in all, Professor, are there things that Gold Board is buying gold from illegal miners, and so it is in effect endorsing illegal mining, Galamsey?
You know, the NDC will continue to suffer from credibility, issues because of the way they postured themselves during the campaign. And in fact, when it comes to illegal mining, Gold Board, and everything that has to do with it, at times I talk about it and I get very sad along the way. Because I remember vividly that during the campaign, I was always of the view that we cannot be divided, especially the political front cannot be divided when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. Yes, fighting Galamsey. I remember severally calling out the NDC and telling them that, look, the way you are posturing yourself is going to be dangerous. For example, we come and sit here and say illegal mining is no good and that those who are engaged in it will be arrested. And you have the president come out to say, look, we will give them amnesty because they are just ordinary citizens who are looking for jobs and will rather go after the kingpins. Today, what is going on? What is going on? A sad incident happened in Obuasi, where they entered into people's homes, dragged out their daughters and their sons, locked them up, took some to the prisons, and some are dying slowly, killing the spirits of these young people who were just having a sleep in their room. All because you are looking for people who are gold miners. Why is it that you didn't go to the pits to arrest them, but rather when people went to their homes to sleep, you went knocking on their doors and arresting them with or without evidence of their involvement in any form of illegal mining? Shame on them. Those young people that you have locked them up in the prisons. I heard Kumasi Central Prisons, they have locked up a lot of young males. In fact, it is sad. Why are you not going after the kingpins? Why are you still chasing those same youth? You deny them the 133 24-hour economy. Why? We cannot run governments with, without a heart, because it is a human institution. You need to add your heart to it. That is the only way you can solve people's problems. But unfortunately, we take ourselves out of the equation and we push the very vulnerable in society into trouble. Meanwhile, the kingpins are left out there. It is sad. And I know, as you are sitting here, you may have the privilege of, contributing to discussions when it comes to gold board or whatever, or any form of illegal mining. Remind your people of their promises to the people of Ghana that we are going after the kingpins. And as for those small people who are out there with just their, a basin or a pan, doing small, gold mining, we will give them the 133 jobs we said we will give them under our 24-hour economy. Right. Now, I just wanted to say something about the traceability.
Yes.
I have always known that the gold board is operating under a certain form of deception. The deception is that we are doing everything right, but when you go deep there under to find out, you realize that they are not doing everything right. Majority of the gold they claim they get, they don't even know where they are gotten from. How are you tracing your gold? You are not able to trace exactly where these golds are mined. Whether they are miners that are doing the mining, whether they are illegal miners that are doing the mining, you don't know. All you know is that there is gold and I'm buying the gold. The government has to do better. You cannot come out claiming or pretending to be fighting illegal mining, but then you go behind the scenes and buy gold from the same illegal miners that you are talking about. Who are you deceiving? The people of Ghana have a better understanding of what is going on. I don't even have to belabor this point because they know exactly how the business is done. The government has to do better. As for traceability, it is important because this will really tell you where the illegal gold mining is coming from. And so if they will do more about it, I think it will help all of us. And the devastation of the environment, I think everybody has seen. A lot of people have come to even acknowledge that we are now seeing the worst form of illegal mining in Ghana. I didn't say this. This is what our current CJ said. A lot of people have come to buttress this point that it is now out of hand. And the NDC, the earlier they sat up and addressed the issue, the better. We came, we fought Galamsey, we made sure that we burnt excavators. The NDC came out telling people that the NPP government is wicked for burning excavators. Look at them, what are they doing? Are you not also burning? Are you not also burning people's champagnes? Why are you not making room for employment opportunities for these same young people you are driving away from the place?
Right.